All right. My name is Dominique Flipping. I'm a licensed real estate agent, licensed loan officer, credit specialist, real estate investor, property management, pretty much do it all. We're going to kick off with first video for part one on Flipping University. Last name is Flipping. Today we wanted to start with where to get started, right? So pretty much everyone always hits me up and they say, listen, I want to get into real estate, I want to get started, but they don't know where to get started at or what to do. And the hard part is that you really don't even know where to begin with, right? Because there's so many different aspects of the business. So what I'm going to do is break up into a series of videos on where to get started at and break it down bit by bit by bit. And hopefully by the end of this year, man, you're getting in there and you're rocking and rolling and get your first investment property this year. That's my main goal for a lot of people. So first thing that you want to do is get your business license, right? Business license. So I don't have enough space. So first thing you want to do is get your business license. It's going to be one of the most important keys to your business. So you're going to be following your taxes with it. You have to have your business license, especially when you get into real estate. You're going to be buying into your entity to protect yourself. Most hard money lenders will only lend to your entity, so you have to have a business license for tax purposes as well. The best person that's going to be able to help you choose what business license will fit your needs the best will be your CPA, which I'll dive into a little bit. But really, there's mainly a few different business licenses that you'll go after. So we'll start here first. So we'll go here. So biz license. So there's your LLC, which is your limited liability corp. This is the license that I actually have for my personal business. It's a good license. Sole P. So you have a sole proprietor, which will be for your own self that you can have. So there's different things about each license that have their benefits, but I just kind of give you a brief overview. And then you have your partnership. I don't allow space. So if you have a partner that you're going into business with, you want to open up your partnership license. Again, I'm not an attorney, but you can talk with your CPA and your attorney to figure out what will be the best business license for yourself, right? Quick little key to that is when you do get your business license, whenever you decide to have your license and you choose what license works best for you, file it. Make sure you put it in your separate envelope and your desk, and also save it to your desktop, because when you get into buying houses, title companies will want your certification of formation. They'll want different documents that you have. So it's good to just have them on your desktop, save that a folder as business documents. That way it's a click and you go ahead and send it over to whatever they may need. So that's a quick little tip for you to save you some time. So business license is the first thing that you want to get. Second thing that you'll want to do is open bank. Opening up your bank account. Choose a bank that's investor friendly. They have good rates. Maybe you can even choose one that also has home loans as well. Maybe they might be able to give you a better rate by having your home there. Maybe smaller banks normally work a little bit better for investors. That way you can actually go in there, speak with a branch manager and not a big, huge corporate. That way you can speak with someone and they might be able to help you whenever you get really big and you have portfolio loans that can help you as well for getting loans. So try to get a smaller bank, but you'll definitely want to get your bank account open. Third thing, this is the one that we're going to really dive into, is going to be your team. Team. The real estate game is a team sport. Like any other team sport, it really depends on who you have on your team to figure out how successful that you're going to be. But before we dive into that, I really just want to tell you the biggest thing that you can do is go slow. Take your time. It's the biggest thing that you could do, because there's no rush, man. Life's a marathon. Take your time. In this next phase, you'll definitely want to take your time to make sure you get the right team to help you invest. So there's really about 6 people that you really want for this investing team here, right? So you have your realtor. Realtor is going to be, try to find one that's investor friendly. This way they can help you find properties. Some of the seasoned real estate agents also get bank properties. That way you might be able to get a better deal. But the biggest thing is finding your realtor, right? They're going to be able to help you find deals. They're going to be able to help you process the paperwork for your deal when buying the house, and then also kind of walk you through that phase. So getting your real estate investor realtor is really important. Secondly, your CPA. That is going to be one of your go-to guys. Last person you want to have problems with is Uncle Sam, right? So make sure you get a good CPA. Make sure they're also investor friendly so that they know what you're doing, right? Because there's different requirements for your tax purposes and different rollovers and different types of investment strategies that you want to have. And you want to be able to make sure you run things by your CPA. That way that you don't get in tax trouble. So the biggest thing is make sure you get a good CPA. They know what they're doing and they can save you a lot of money. So biggest thing is get your CPA. Quick side note on this is make sure you keep all of your receipts whenever you're getting into real estate, whatever you're buying, your seminars, your classes, whatever you're making your investment in yourself, make sure you hold on to your receipts. This way when you do get your CPA, you can kind of let him know that, hey, listen, I have a booklet of receipts, and make sure you track your mileage as well. That way when it comes tax time or when you do find your CPA, he'll be like, wow, you're already on your A game. So that's a quick side note for you there. Third one that we got here would be your attorney. Attorney. That's up there. It's going to be your attorney. He's going to help you to make sure that you're safe, right? So they can help you with closing your loans when you're going to settlement. But the biggest thing is make sure you have your attorney, because you don't want to get jammed up in legal problems, or you're buying a house and a deal doesn't go through, and to make sure that your documents are in place. That way you get your escrow check back, because sometimes you're putting down $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to buy a property, and you might lose that if you don't have the proper contract in place. So make sure you have your attorney. Don't try to skimp yourself on your attorney or your CPA. Get a good one. If they do cost a little bit more to work with them, if they're really good, you'll pay worse. You'll pay more if you get a bad one. So get a good CPA. That's always important, as well as your attorney. So those are going to be really, really crucial to your business to run things by. Also, it's going to be your lender. So your lender, he's also going to be really crucial for your deals as well, because sometimes you got to get into a deal, close quickly. This way that you keep yourself out of trouble when it comes to deals and they don't blow up on you. So your lender is going to be really important for you. So there's different types of lender. There's private investors, which is what you might have heard of as hard money loans. So you also want to make sure you have a private investor. That way that you don't have to pay as much money out of pocket to acquire properties. I'll do a separate video on hard money lenders, because it's going to be one of the most key components to your entire business. Also, if you do have questions about hard money lender, also I'm affiliated with the hard money lender, so I can also help you get funds that you need to fund your deal as well. So if you also have questions about that, please reach out to me. But it's really crucial, because a lot of times you might get into a property and you can't sell the home. Say something else bad happened and you went over budget and you can't sell this property or whatever it may be, but you can't sell the home, or the home is not selling. You could possibly put a rental tenant in the home, and if you also have a seasoned loan officer, a lender that can help you refinance the property when you have a tenant in place in the house, they can also save you, because a lot of the time for hard money loans, you have a 12-month interest-only payment that balloons at the end. So if you don't get rid of that property, whether you sell the home or you refinance it, they can take your house. So it's really, really important to have a good lender who's knowledgeable and knows what to do. That's really, really important. Last thing that you want to do is get contractor. Sorry, my handwriting's bad, but make sure you get good contractors. Let's put an S. Make sure S. Really important, right? Because they're going to be one of the most important pieces when the job's going on, right? If you get a bad contractor, it could just ruin everything. like I'll have a video up on my experiences that I've had, but the biggest thing is make sure you get good contractors. Really, really important. Make sure you have your good electrician, your good HVAC guy, your good plumber, and etc. To make sure you have those key components. I'll dive into another video for contractors. Make sure you have a good contractors. Get one that can also manage a job for you. This way, when you get into position and you're doing multiple projects and multiple flips, you have a good guy that's on the job site that's managing your subcontractors to make sure the job goes well. So today, I wanted to go over your 5 team that you need for yourself to get you up and running. So take your time finding a good team. If you have any questions, I already have a team in place. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than glad to give you their contact information. Another key that you want to do, mentor. Make sure you find a mentor. It doesn't necessarily have to be like some sort of guru that you see on TV that's charging thousands of dollars for different mentorship programs. Find someone that's been in the business, that's willing to help you out and kind of give you a little bit of knowledge. I'll be more than glad to coach anybody if they have any questions. And I know how it is getting started. You don't know what directly to go in. So reach out to me if you have any questions. It's never a dumb question, and I'll point you in the right direction and help coach you through the entire process to make sure that you're successful. That's the biggest thing that I really want to help people. Third thing is don't, I'm gonna put plate. Don't put too much on your plate, right? Life's like a buffet, right? I do this all the time, right? I go running all over the place and I try to do a billion things all at one time, and I've done it and I still sometimes do it to this day. But the biggest thing that I can tell you is don't put too much on your plate. Take your time, just do one day by itself and perfect each phase and develop your systems before you go ahead and try to do multiple different things, right? So if you want to get into flipping houses, then just study and learn about flipping houses. If you want to do rental properties, learn property management, learn what it takes to run a property and what kind of things go into it, and go slow. Don't put a lot on your plate, right? It's like a buffet, as what me and my boy always say, right? So don't put a ton on your plate, because you can always get up and go back and go for more, right? Don't put too much on your plate, then it gets cold, then you really don't want to eat it. Then you gotta start asking other people to help you eat your plate. And do you want some of this off my plate? It just doesn't go well. Just put what you can eat on your plate, eat it, get back up and go for seconds and keep going and keep growing. But let's make 2019 the year. Any questions, reach out to me. I'll be putting this video up, and also check out our latest blog on flipping houses. I've also wrote this entire thing out, so you can go on there and read it or re-watch the video, and reach out to me. And other than that, man, see ya.